What's up, guys? Welcome again to another video on our channel. It's always a pleasure to sit in front of the camera and share my experiences and my thoughts with you, and I appreciate the love and the support so far. In today's video, we are going to be turning the spotlight on housemanship in Nigeria and how to avoid sitting at home waiting for a spot forever. But before we delve right into it, if you're new on the channel or yet to subscribe, please subscribe. There are so many things that we will talk about and I don't want you to be left out. So housemanship is a compulsory one-year program that comes after graduation for doctors. This is when you get to practice everything you learned in medical school, of course under the supervision of your registrars and your consultants. You'll be paid well, and at the end you get fully registered. You can now say you're a full member of MDCN. Some people are very lucky, like they don't even spend time. They get a slot as soon as possible, even before their induction. While for some people, they can wait for as long as 2 years. Yes, when I went for my exam in Abuja, I saw some of my schoolmates that were like 2 years ahead of us, and they were coming for the same exam, and they told us we've been waiting, we didn't find. I don't want that to be anybody's portion. Based on my experience and that of my friends and people that were around me, I've decided to highlight 8 things that you can do to help you get a housemanship spot ASAP. As with most other jobs, you need a well-written CV. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy, but it should represent you properly. Highlight your strong points, your experiences. If you have done some maybe volunteer work, or you've been involved with some maybe health NGOs, put everything there, like just go all in. Then you also need an application letter. Like I said, it doesn't have to be too fancy, just straight to the point and short. Nobody has time to be reading all your plenty grammar. Just go straight to the point. You also be needing other documents like your temporary registration, your practicing license, your WAEC results, your first school living certificates, your birth certificate, any certificate at all that you think is relevant. So the next thing you want to do is get referral letters from your consultants. These letters are like endorsements, that says, I know this person is of good character, this person is blah 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 blah. There are some of your consultants who are professors, professor emeritus, or hold political positions, maybe CMD of the hospital, or maybe they've had or presently have positions with the Nigerian Medical Association, or maybe they are very popular. You can use that to your advantage. And for each of these lecturers that you're getting referral letters, if you don't have their phone numbers or their emails, do well to get it, because you might be needing it. You need to find groups that give you information about which hospitals are accepting application for housemanship and stuff like that. I remember I found a group, Nigerian Prospective Interns or something like that book. I found them on Facebook, and I sent a message to be added, and I was added. It's important for you to get this group, because you might not be able to keep up with searching for which hospital is taking, which hospital has opened for application. Then one good thing it does also is that you will be in the same group with people in the same predicament as you. It gives you hope that you're not alone. There are people who have been to several places for exam. They could give you tips about, okay, this is what to look out for, these are the kind of questions they ask, you need to know this, you need to do this, you need to do that. They are very helpful. There are parcel services in most of these groups where you pay a certain amount of money and they help to send your application across to those places. So it's important for you to be in such groups, because you get informations on time. It's important for you to keep yourself busy. I would suggest you find a place to volunteer, a hospital where you can just work in the meantime, preferably a government hospital. Now, they might not really pay you, but you will be gaining so much. You'll be working with people who are experienced, so you pick up skills that will be beneficial to you when you eventually start working. You'll be keeping your brain fresh. You see cases, you have a reason to go back and study and find out more about it. You're enriching yourself. And then also, if such a hospital begins to start taking interns, don't you think that they would consider you that have been working with them for free before they consider other people? Most interviews are written and oral. Don't take them for granted. Prepare as if this exam is just the ultimate. Then for the orals, different hospitals have different ways they conduct their oral interview. In my own time, it was more of how you dress. They are just assessing your appearance. What they did then was they call your name, you come out in front of like the crowd where the examiners were seated, and they just look at you head to toe and then tell you to go back. They're just basically looking at how you're dressed. So for the guys, I recommend like plain nice shirts and preferably long sleeves and your tie. Please don't forget your tie. Do not forget your tie. Your hair should be well cut, your beard should be trimmed. They just want you to look neat. If you have suits, please don't even let anybody make you feel like you are doing too much. Do too much, wear your suit and go there. So for the ladies, you can wear a dress, you can wear skirts, but don't wear a short dress. The top shouldn't be sleeveless, and it shouldn't have like a low plunging neckline. So they look at things like that. And your hair should be like nicely done and well packed. Like if you have this hair now, I won't advise you to go this way. You can just get a rubber band and just, you know, pack your hair neatly. They want you to appear as clean, as decent, and as hospital friendly as possible. And of course, flat shoes. You can keep your heels for when you want to go hang out, but for that day, it doesn't take anything from you to play by the rules on that day. That's not the day to show your, you know, your fashion or to show that you have swag. Just play by the rules on that day so that you get what you want and just keep pushing. I wish I knew this during my time. I wouldn't have waited for a whole 8 months at home doing nothing. Okay, so this is important because most of your lecturers are connected. Some people say medicine is a cult, and somehow that's true. Not a bad cult too. It's a cult in the sense that somebody, your lecturer knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Even as a medical doctor, you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody in almost all the hospitals. Do you understand? Everything is just tied one kind, and we tend to do favors for each other. So your lecturers might have classmates or people they've worked with or friends who are in positions where it could help facilitate, you know, your housemanship position. So it's important for you to keep in touch with them. Let me tell you a story. During my time, there were 2 of my classmates that went to meet one of our lecturer. You know, they went to his house and they were like, thank you very much, sir, for teaching us well, for being a father to us, and everything you did for us. We promise we'll not disappoint you. We want to just appreciate you and tell you that we are going. Now, this man is a very influential and popular person in the medical sector in Nigeria. If you studied medicine in Benedict University or Uniben, you know the person I'm talking about. I don't want to call his name, but he's an O&G consultant and he's like in his 80s. He's strict, but he's also nice, and his lectures are like, anyway, if you know who I'm talking about, leave a comment below. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. So they went to meet him and he was very appreciative, and he was like, you know, no, your classmates, so they need to come and meet me and thank me. I'm very happy that you did. So he was like, so what's your plan? Where would you want to go to? They told him, okay, they want to go. They told him they applied to University of Abuja Teaching Hospital, and he was like, okay, no problem. He gave them letters and then he put a call across. And when results came out, the both of them were taken, and we knew that, you know, he had helped them by calling. I'm not saying they didn't do well in their exam, but the interview is not everything. You need to pull your weight anyhow you can. I'm telling you, you need to pull your weight anyhow you can. It counts and it helps. So what am I saying in essence? Don't now say because you graduated, okay, my lecturers, I don't need them for anything. Keep calling them, get their number. Sometimes just call and say, sir, I just want to greet you, ma, I just want to greet you. I just want to know how you're doing. And, you know, and usually I notice that once you graduate, even the ones that were very strict when you were students, they become nicer to you. Because at that point, you're no more a student, you're not like a colleague, albeit a junior colleague. Don't even let your classmates discourage you. Some people might be like, over sabi, you want to go and do farm spiro. Let them say, seriously, it's a personal race. Everybody is fighting for their own lane and fighting for their own life. So whatever anybody is saying, that's them. This is your life. You're doing what you need to do to be where you need to be. You don't even know who will be able to give you the right connection that you need. Yes, the right connection. You heard me right. You might not know who will be able to give you, so talk to as many people. Let them know what you're doing. Oh, I'm done with medical school. I'm looking for housemanship, you could have an uncle or an auntie or somebody who could be in a position to say, okay, TMD is my friend, I saw him the other day, you know what, I'm going to put a call across to him and tell him that I'm sending my niece or my nephew or whoever to come see him about so and so. And that's how you just gotten yourself a spot, just like that. Even the Bible tells us to ask and we shall receive. If you don't ask, you cannot receive. So talk to as many people. Don't make it a personal thing. When you have help from other people, it makes the journey shorter and less hectic for you. This is where a lot of people have issues. Like me, I was very selective. I didn't want to leave Abuja. I just wanted to do my housemanship in Abuja. I wasn't interested in going any other place, and because of that, I wasn't applying to other places. That was a very big mistake on my own part, and I don't want you to fall into that mistake. So apply to as many places as possible. It doesn't even matter if you're going to go there or not, just apply. You might not even go there, or you might go for the exam and you get it and you get another one, then you can be able to choose. But don't limit yourself to one place. Besides, housemanship is just for 1 year. Just after that 1 year, you can decide to leave and go somewhere else, and you might be surprised. That place you didn't want to go to, you might end up loving the place. That might be where your miracle or your blessing was just waiting for you. If you become too selective, you'll be missing out on things. Thank you very much, guys, for giving me to the end of this video. I hope you learned one or two things. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share to as many people as you can. And also, please subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.